All right, so I found some interesting things hidden away in NASCAR ignition, uh, buried, if you will, under complete dog shit. All right, let's talk about something real quick first. Uh, NASCAR games, they're missing out on a very important immersive aspect of NASCAR racing, and that's pacing and pitting. Pit stops are a crucial part of every race. How well a driver gets his car onto pit road without speeding, and how efficiently he gets into his pit stall. That's time. That's track position. Whether it's manually done or not, anything would be so much better than the immersion breaking, lazy cutscenes that we have right now. I understand how this doesn't work in multiplayer. People are dumb. Even on iRacing, this almost always gets screwed up by some bonehead. You're playing a racing game where you control a car at its very limit, but somehow you can't just drive the car and maintain a speed limit. I don't know. I don't know what your problem is. Single player desperately needs this. We need manual control of the car at all times. In multiplayer, you can't just spawn everyone on the track. That turns into a mess. Then everyone's all pissed off at each other, and it just makes for terrible racing. How's this going to look as an esport? You know, Stop forcing our hands during pit stops. Get rid of the pit stop pop up crap. It's not good. It's ruining the immersion. Let everyone do pace laps before the start of the race and during cautions. Let us pit under our own control. Make it realistic. You already built the garage areas. Let's use them. Enough of this half-assed arcade nonsense. You might say, well, it's hard to get the AI to do all that stuff. Bullshit. iRacing does it, and the fact of the matter is, it's already in NASCAR Ignition. Yeah, all of this stuff, pacing, manual pit stops, garage drive outs, they're already in NASCAR Ignition, albeit, broken and unfinished. It's no less broken or unfinished than the lazy workarounds implemented in their place right now. Think about how starts and restarts and cautions and pitting currently work. These dumbed down, lazy implementations, they're tacky, uncomfortable, unrealistic, just a complete missed opportunity. There is another way, a better way, and it's already in the game. Now, will motorsports games ever finish it, or will they just keep the lazy crap, maybe polish it up a little bit? Who knows? Probably the latter. We'll see how much they actually care about the game and the community in the coming months. Now, we all know that you can bypass the pit road cutscene trigger, aka pit entry, and you can drive into the garage area. But did you know if you drive into your correct garage stall, something pretty neat happens? Check it out. When I get in here, it kind of sucks the car into place. I don't have control of the car anymore. I can't move. I can't change gears. All I can do is look around. Something's supposed to be happening here. I'm thinking, you get the sort of the opposite cutscene of when they push you out of the garage. You should be pulling into your garage, and then your crew chief will come up and hand you your tablet. And that's how practice should work. If you go into the wrong garage stall, you can try any other garage stall you want, and nothing happens. You just run into the invisible wall, and you can keep backing out and driving around. But if you pull into the right garage stall, something's supposed to happen, and you can tell the way the car gets sucked in. They were already working on this. They just didn't finish it. And instead, when you go to practice and you say, go to the track, they push you out of the garage, and then bam, you're driving on the track. Oftentimes it just looks terrible. Stop it. Stop just flinging us out onto the track. You know. Now, as far as pit stops go, it already kind of works. What they have in place right now is just a lazy last minute workaround because they didn't quite get it finished. What happens when you drive down pit road? The AI gains control of your car quite haphazardly, and they just drive into your pit stop. Once the car gets in your pit stall and stops, boom, you get your cutscene. And that's how a pit stop should work. You can do that manually. Stop forcing us to hand over our car to AI. Implement pit road speed limits. Let people manually drive down pit road, pull into your pit stall and stop, get your pit stop, and then drive out and maintain your speed limit. That's an important part of NASCAR racing. Pit road, okay? How efficiently and how well you do a pit stop, that's time, that's track position. It's important. You can't just automate this into a cutscene. That's lazy, you know. The fact is it's already in there. They've already got it where it works. They just didn't quite get it finished. And we all know they just ran out of time. But that doesn't mean they shouldn't finish it. You know, what they're going to do is just polish the crap that they've implemented right now, as opposed to finishing what it should actually be. But the foundation's already there. All they got to do is finish it. Now, as far as manual pacing or even AI controlled pacing, it's already in the game. It's unfinished and broken, which is why we have this current lazy workaround where you just get the cutscene and it skips all of it. It's already in the game. Check this out. I managed to cause enough cautions that the game finally, conceded to my will, or the lazy code finally broke and revealed game's actual potential here. You can recreate this by causing a caution while the AI are pitting under green after a caution, which they usually do. You cause a caution and skip pitting, and then when you restart, that lap around, the AI will come into the pits under green, just because the AI are terrible, and that's something else I need to finish. But yeah, the pacing is in the game. My car is under control of the AI right now, but the instructions on the screen would lead you to believe that I should be in control. It's telling me to stay behind this car. Let this car pass. It's just like iRacing. It's easy. Okay, all I got to do is drive, the pace speed, whichever it is, and just stay behind the car I'm supposed to stay behind. It's super easy. Just finish the damn game. This game can be so good. It's practically already there. It's just buried in lazy code. Just finish it. Stop screwing us over. Now we can see it. I found it. It's all in here. Are you gonna finish it, or are you just gonna just skip it and be lazy? You can't. We can't let up on them over this. We got to stay on them. There's a game in here. Are they going to finish it? How is NASCAR okay with this? It's because motorsports games, they're bullshitting everyone. They're saying, oh, well, yeah, we know there's bugs, and look at these patches. We're working on it. Those patches are negligible. Most of what they're claiming to fix isn't even being fixed. The improved feedback on the controller. That's bullshit. It doesn't do anything. They fixed the look back camera on chase view so it's more snappy. Bullshit. It's still exactly the same. The list goes on. All they're trying to do is act like they're fixing it to keep NASCAR off their backs. They'll keep this up until NASCAR 22 and do the same thing when we realize it's broken too. Call these fools out. Give them hell. Don't feel sorry for them. Motorsports Games isn't a mom and pop game studio. They're a bunch of filthy Eastern European money grubbing crooks. Okay, they know that from the Heat series, they can just release some garbage and just do tiny little fixes in between, and that'll work. They can get by on that. They keep their contract. I don't think anyone else wants the NASCAR game contract. But that's who we need to complain to. We need to complain to NASCAR about this game. They need to realize that it's shit. They're the ones that paid the bills. Give them hell. We can't just sit here and be like, oh, they're going to fix it. Because their track record isn't that. Their track record is to just half-ass it and just continue to half-ass it. I mean, if that's what you want is a half-assed game, then, we'll just sit back and wait. But I think we need to just keep calling them out. And just make a mess of this game. Just smear it everywhere. That's the only way.